Ted Stevens, 100% chance, normal difficulty, both circles and edge markers, begin simulator, scale, and boom. All right, we've got a departure coming off for nodal. Takeoff. Cleared to nodal. Actually, go ahead and climb to 10,000 feet. You're good. I don't even care about you. Would that have been a big infraction in real life? If my supervisor would have called me out for that, I would have probably looked him square in the eye and said that I thought it was bullshit, and he'd have been like, well, not according to the thing, and I'd be like, well, the thing's wrong. and then that'd probably be the end of it. I'd be like, I had 3.5. I would demand we check the tapes, and we would have checked the tapes and found out that the thing was wrong. Really, you need calib. Oh shit, the wind is from the northeast now. What up, booza? All right, we got a 7 right departure for Homer. Let's climb you up to 4, line you up to wait. All right, so we're landing 7, departing 7, I think. We might be able to land some on 3-2. Let's bring Eva on down to 2,000, coming in from the southeast. We got a departure lined up to wait on 7 right. Raven flights heading out to nodal via a left turn. Cathay can go out to Homer and clear for takeoff. Is this a flight control sim? Basically, yeah. This is like what my job was like. It was as an air traffic controller. This is essentially what I did. But this is like a dumbed down basic version of it. But I'm still sucking at it, bro. I'm still doing a terrible job. All right, now we got to decide what runway we're landing. Normally, I would call an ass tower. In this configuration, with winds being 360, I'd say we would be landing runway 32. It's kind of 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. 7 will work. I guess I'll use 7s. So let's send you out to Tyonic. Cathay is cleared direct to Homer. We need to get this VistaJet 982. Clear you up to 4,000. Line you up to wait on 7 right. Entrail that Cathay 092 heavy. Never fly in the wings airspace. You can't anymore. I don't work airspace no more. I'm rusty, bro. This is a perishable skill, dude. If you don't do this job, like, a lot, you get very bad at it very quickly. This is not at all like riding a bike. Polar 211 heavy. We're going to give you a heading on 180, bring you on down to 3,000. This Hoot 689 will bring you on down to 4,000. Direct to Tyone. No, can't chain that together. We'll just bring you on down to 4,000. Polar 211. Let's give you a 210 heading, and then the Hoot, you're at 160 knots. Let's actually give you a 170 drive, bring you towards Fire Island. Our Cathay's in the air. Our VistaJet's ready to go. Let's clear for Everts and take off. Our Cathay climbing can go up to 20,000 feet. He's good to go, and we can close out his flight strip. This Everts is good to go up to 10,000 feet, and we can show him closed. We've got new business sitting on the runway. We'll clear you up to 4,000 for runway 32 and line up to wait. Interesting. We've got multiple departure runways. Pick one, tower, dude. Fuck. All right. So we're departing 32 and the 7s. We'll be arriving the 7s only. This is something that would happen. I would be complaining about it, but it would happen. Now, we've got Yukon lining up to wait on 3-2. We've got his departure friend rolling up behind him, and his departure buddies going out to Everts. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you a right turn heading a 180, and then we're going to punch this Yukon out, and we're going to send you to Everts, and then this VistaJet is going to be in the 180 drive, and then a left turn back to Everts. Everts via a left turn. Nope, can't do it. Hold on. See, Everts left. Boom, left turn to Everts. Yukon comes off in front. Polar's down to 2. Hoot's down to 3. Raven flight's above. Yukon's coming off. They're going to top. Cathay's going to top everybody. Eva can come down to 210 knots. on his way out to final. Let me see. We've got Yukon is good to climb up to 20,000 feet, and we can close out this flight plan. Acer 062 is ready to line up and wait for 3-2 out to no one. We'll just have to wait for VistaJet to get out of the way. VistaJet's making the left turn to come in behind Yukon. Polar 190 heading for Polar 211 Heavy. We're going to go on a 160 heading for Hoot 689. All right, our Acer 062 is good to punch out for no end. Let's no end, clear ya, and take off. You'll go underneath that VistaJet 982. Raven Flight 32, we're going to clear you to 4, line you up to wait behind Acer. This Yukon should be able to cap Polar, but I'm not sure about Raven Flight, so we're going to kick you out on a 330 drive for a moment. And just give you time to get north of that Raven Flight. Make sure you do actually clear that, because we don't want to fuck around. 180 drive for the Polar 211 Heavy. Acer's coming off, climbing up to 4,000, needs higher, and VistaJet is good to go, so we're going to go ahead and climb Acer up to 20,000 feet. This Raven Flight, I think we're going to give him a 180 via a right turn and wait for him to get some spacing on Acer, and then the Raven Flight can come off for Homer. Let's actually clear him to Homer via a right turn. Make sure that went in right. Cleared into Homer via a right turn. Okay. And now, boom. Depart Raven Flight, climbing up to 4,000. Our Acer, we can close flight plan. We're good on him. Polar 211, time to bring you in for landing. Let's bring you on a 120 drive. Hoot 689, fly a heading of 180. Eva 660, fly a heading of 320. And Polar 211, let's bring you speed back 190. Eva 660, speed back 190. Raven Flight is rolling. Yukon is going out now to Everts. Cleared on course. They're cleared of all conflicts. They'll be good with Raven Flight. That Raven Flight is on the way out to Nodal. Everts and Nodal, we're good to go. Hook and center up with something that works. Raven Flight 827 should make the right turn out for Homer. This Alaska can clear up to 4,000 and line up to wait also for Homer. We're going to clear you to Homer via a right turn, so that when you're ready to go, you'll follow this Raven Flight. This Polar is cleared to land, runway 7 right. This Eva 270, we need a little bit of spacing here. Please don't click. You should be good. I'll let that get a little bit close. All right. Eva, bring it back in a 50 drive for me now. Eva 50 drive. We need to get you on final. Eva, bring your speed back 170. Hoot, tighten it up 140. Alaska 090 should be not rolling because that Raven Flight's in the way. We're waiting on Raven Flight to get out of the way. That Raven Flight needs to climb up to 10,000. Eva 660 needs to be cleared for runway 7. Hold on. Land 7 left. Hold on. Wait, land 7 left? No. Is it cleared 7 left? No. Shit. I'm having a brain fart on the command. What is it to get him to land again? Land 7 left? Yeah, cleared to land 7 left. Cleared 7 left? No. L7L. Boom. 7 left cleared. Alaska 090 is cleared for takeoff. Right turn out to Homer. You are cleared for takeoff. Hoot 689 is cleared for 7 left. Raven Flight's good. Yukon's going to top Raven Flight. Everts is on the way out. Acer is on the way out. All of our departures are climbing except for Alaska stopping at 4,000 so they can go underneath the Raven Flight, who's now crossing over the airport. Cathay coming in from the east. What's up, Shova? It's a very old one, isn't it? I remember playing it and being horrible out of my dad's beat. Yeah, it's pretty old, bro. Cathay 086 Heavy coming in from the east. We'll send you up to Big Lake, and we'll send you down to 5,000 for now. All right, we got a lot of traffic over the airport we got to keep track of. This Hoot should be good to lock in on 7 left. We've got Everts coming in from the northwest. We'll drop you down to 3. We got a lot of departures leaving. That Alaska is getting airborne. Where is our Alaska? This Alaska right here is where we're at. And this Hoot needs to climb up to 4 and line up to wait on 3-2. The Alaska is going to make the right turnout for Homer now. Raven Flight in front of them passing through 3,700. They'll be good. That Alaska's only cleared up to 4,000. They will catch each other, but it will be fine because of vertical separation. Ellis, what's going on, brother? Hold on, let's get a little shout out for Ellis. He's another team simulation pilot, flies with me all the time. He does not air traffic control with me. Maybe I'll teach him one day. Let's see. Nodal, no end, 20. Homer, 10. Homer, 4. That's where we left off. Got multiple arrivals coming in. Looking good on the arrivals there. Hoot, what is it? Hoot is just lined up to wait, and you're going out to Frida. Hoot, you are cleared direct to Frida and take off, baby. And you can actually shoot all the way on up to 10,000. The Alaska, let's see, Ravenflight's passing through here. Is Ravenflight going to Homer and Alaska's going to Homer? All right, what we're going to do is we're going to give this Alaska a 150 drive and clear them up to 20,000 feet. Hold on, Alaska 150 drive cleared to 20,000 feet. Yeah. And we'll get them above this Raven Flight here. This Raven Flight, we're just going to app-rec with center that we leave him at 6. And this Alaska, we're going to clear him to Homer via a left turn. So he's got time to climb above 6 and get up to 20. We just need to get that guy on his way. It'll be faster. So I might be able to learn. Looks complicated. Might learn someday. If you type in help, you can pause it and like read all the commands. And they're very basic commands. You can pause and do, like, I'm going to try not to pause, obviously. But you don't get to pause in real life, but you can pause here. EVA 660s are rolling out arrival. Good arrival, 7 left. Hoot 689 is coming in behind them. Hoot 692 was our departure. They are airborne. They are closed. They are good to go. Our 7 right cleared up to 4,000. Line up to wait. And we're also going to clear out to Nodal via a right turnout. Our Hoot is in the air going up to Frida. They're good to go. This Alaska is closed out, good to go. This Nodal departure is clear to Nodal via right turn and takeoff. Off 7 right, he's good to go. And then we can 7 right line up to wait on an Everts 997, line up to wait there. Hoot 689 on final for 7 left, we're good to go. Ravenflight 827 is well topped, climbing up to 10,000. We'll let center know we're going to continue climbing them up to 10,000. But that Alaska that made the 360 in trail is going to be able to top Ravenflight no problem now. Let me see, Cathay 086. We give him a 270 drive now. App-rec that from center, bring his speed back to 210. And this Everett's coming in from the west will drop their speed down to 210 as well. Now, I think we're nice and ahead here. We've got the 7 right lining up to wait, and he's going to Homer. In front of him going to Nodal. Right turnout for Nodal and a right turnout for Homer. 4,000 feet in trail. This Empire is good to climb up to 10,000. And then once he's got good in-trail spacing with the Everett's behind him, we'll punch out the Everett's up to 4,000. And this Ravenflight 874 can line up to wait once this Hoot crosses the threshold for 7 left. So we are waiting on that particular Ravenflight there. But this Everett's 997 is about ready to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everett's depart. Right turnout for Homer. Let's make sure that's in there. Right turnout for Homer. And that's an AT-72 versus a Caravan on the, no, I'm sorry, it's an AT-72 being followed by a DC-9. The DC-9 should be good. Not going to climb them. All right, Acer's on the way out. We should have all proper exits up here. Homer, 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 Frida, 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 Nodal, 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 Homer, Homer, Homer. This Everett's can climb up to 10,000 for Homer. He's good to go. Our Hoot is rolling out on 7 left, which means our Raven Flight is cleared up to 4. Line up and wait on 7 left, which is now free as our Hoot rolls out on the arrival. 7 left now becoming occupied again while a parallel departure comes off 7 right. Everett's 951 is going to clear direct to Laundry. We're going to keep the speed fast, though. We're going to drop this Cathay 086 Heavy down to 4,000. Continue bringing them in towards Hobbs. We've got Ravenflight 827 making a proper exit handoff down to the south. Homer at 10,000. Alaska coming up behind him for Homer climbing out at 10,000. That conflict is well settled. We've got new business coming in from the northwest at Cathay 2022 Heavy. We'll go ahead and get them on their en route descent, bringing them on down to 3,000. And a Ravenflight 947 coming in way from the southeast. We'll bring them on down to 6,000. And Afrecum direct to Tyone. Alaska's on the way out and on a proper exit. Everts is Homer 10,000 climbing. This guy's nodal 10,000 climbing. Close out all that business. We've got our 7 left departure lined up to wait, and he is ready to go. Right turnout for Homer. See Homer take off. Now he is rolling, and that gives us a runway 14 departure. Time to line up and wait for no wind. This will be a no wind right turnout. Now, Everett's 951 still not ready for landing clearance, but lined up with the intercept angle now. So we're just going to keep their speed preserved. Just need to get out this Cargo Lux before that Everett's arrives. We've got plenty of time to do that. Now, before the Cargo Lux departs, this Ravenflight must cross his runway. The Ravenflight has. But now this Ravenflight needs time to make that right turnout because Cargo Lux is also going to make a right turnout going out to the east. So we're going to make sure that Ravenflight gets well out of the way because heavy 747 versus a prop, not going to work. All right, we can go ahead and drop our Cathay 086 down at 3,000, drop our Everett's down to 2,000 in preparation to start getting them onto final. Our Cargo Lux should be ready to go in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Cargo Lux, you're making a right turnout for no wind, cleared for takeoff. And let's, just climb you up to 4,000. This Ravenflight, let's get you on up to 10,000. And Ravenflight is on the way to Homer, climbing 10,000. We can close up that business. We'll show our runway occupied with this Cargo Lux. And then we're going to show our runway occupied again with this fella here, cleared to 4,000, lining up to wait with the 737. We've got to punch out in front of Everett's 951. Now, Everett's 951 is getting close enough. We're going to go ahead and allow him to intercept runway 14 localizer and track inbound for their approach. Cargo Lux 466 is rolling off of 14 with Ravenflight just in front of him. Cargo Lux is going to stop the climb at 2,000 now, just to make sure we've got a little bit of extra shelf room there. Ravenflight is going to climb up to 4,000 and expedite, just to make sure we're good. We've got about 1,600 feet of separation here. We just need to hold on to it. Just hold on to it. In Cargo Lux, you're going to make your right turn out to no wind. All right, Ravenflight, you can continue your normal rate of climb up to 10,000. Cargo Lux out to no wind via a right turn. And Cargo Lux, you're going to stop your climb at 2,000, which we've already typed in. We're good to go. We're going to show this runway no longer occupied. All right, this Cathay 086, left turn heading 180 for his intercept. Everett's is on the way out. Empire's on the way out. We've got new traffic coming in from way out to the southeast. We'll drop them on down to 5. We'll drop this guy down to 5 as well, way out from the southeast. Alaska 7091 is clear to 4,000, clear for takeoff. Cargo Lux 466 is cleared to 20,000 feet, now settled the conflict with Ravenflight 874, who's also cleared up to 10,000 feet. Cargo Lux is in a right turnout for no wind. Alaska 7091 will be in a right turnout for Big Lake, climbing up to 4,000 initially. Cathay 086 is cleared to intercept runway 14 localizer and track inbound for their approach into runway 14. Cathay 2022, we're going to go ahead and stick you direct to Laundry towards the final approach fix. And we're going to bring your speed back to a more manageable 210. Cargo Lux crossing over the airport, going out eastbound for no wind, climbing to 20,000 feet. That business has been settled. And our Alaska 7091 is now vacating the runway. We'll show that closed. 7 left is ready to be occupied at 4,000 feet. We're going to line you up to wait. And Alaska 7091 should be making a right turnout for Big Lake with a climb now up to 20,000 feet going behind the Cargo Lux, good to go. Cathay 086 is eating up the Everts. We need to slow you down to your final approach speed. He is unable to comply. Slow, unable to comply. All right, that is his slowest possible speed. Everett 691, bring it up 150. All right, Tower's going to pick up that Everett 6951 for us a little bit. And this Cathay 088 needs to bring back speed 190. We're going to go ahead and get you on your way down to 3000, direct to Runway for the final approach fix. Everett's 951 on short final now for 1-4. Alaska 065 coming in from the east. We're going to go ahead and stick you direct to Big Lake, and let's get you on the way down to 4,000 feet. We'll leave you at 240 knots for now. You're good to go. And we've got our runway 7 left departure, right turnout for Homer, ready to take off. He's good to go. Alaska 7091 is no longer occupying the runway, 20,000 feet for Big Lake, and our 68 Mike November will be out of the way on 7 left. We're ready to line up another departure for 7 left. Line up and wait for this caravan, Hoot 689. Lining up for 7 left to wait. 68 Mike November rolling now. Everett 651 rolling out on 1-4 with Cathay 086 coming up neatly behind him, and Alaska 79-1 topping the entire stack. Cathay 2022 can come on down to 2,000. This Cathay 088 Heavy can come on down to 3,000. We've got this Raven Flight cruising at 5,000. That's good. Another Raven Flight coming up behind him. We're going to send all these guys out to Tyone and get them in a nice little downwind pattern from out there to the southeast. Just going to Apex Center, put all these guys Tyone. That UPS that's way out there. Oh, man. Why are you going to run over the props, bro? You ever had a close call in your job? Oh, yeah, absolutely. I've totally lost separation before. Happens all the time, bro. Like, we're just humans, man. We fuck up, too. All right, Hoot 689, you are occupying 7 left out to Homer in trail of a King Air. That King Air should have you beat all day. That King Air, we're climbing you up to 10,000. The Caravan, we are Homer, right turn, cleared for takeoff. Let's go. Now we need to line up a run 4 arrival. We're waiting on the Cathay 086. This is going to be a 4,000 departure clearance. Cathay 086 is rolling out past the approach in runway 14. Dynasty 5178 Heavy is cleared to 4,000 feet. Line up and wait 14 for your turn after Hoot gets out of your way. Yeah, that's why it's forced retirement age, bro. It's a young man's game. All right, Cathay 2022 Heavy is cleared to intercept runway 14. Same with Cathay 088. Cleared to, oh, hold on, Cathay 088 Heavy, you're too high. Let's just go ahead and bring your speed back a little bit more. Reduce your speed, Cathay 088 Heavy, maintain 180 knots. Dynasty 5178 is simply lined up to wait with Hoot 689 making the right turnout. Should be for Homer. It is, and we're going to climb that Hoot up to 10,000. Once he gets out of Dynasty's way, we'll punch Dynasty. I did my P-test and got back to work. There's not a lot of manning today, dude. They needed me right back on the scopes. So they said P and get back in there. We're going to land Cathay 088. Oh, shit. Still not high enough. What's, got like another 100 feet to go before you're within tolerance. That Dynasty's not quite ready to punch just yet. Cargolux making a proper exit to the east. Now, Cathay 088 Heavy, can you please intercept runway 14 localizer? Cleared to land runway 14. Outstanding. What's up, SBD News? Good to see you, Brother Bones. Hoot 689 climbing at 1,600. We could take our Dynasty 5178, stop them at 2,000, and give them a right turn heading 210, cleared for takeoff. We need to punch them out. This Hoot 689 will keep them on a 180 heading, and we'll climb them up to 3,000 with an expedite so we can settle some more traffic faster. Cathay 2022 should be cleared to land runway 14. Same with Cathay 088. They appear to be making their approach descents now. That is good to go. We got Alaska 065 coming in for Big Lake. We got new business coming in from the north. Can't see the call sign just yet. It looks like it's a Delta 1419 that we're going to send direct to the Big Lake VOR and reduce the speed to 210 and send them down to an altitude of, let's go with 3,000. Is this a game or not? What if this was real life? What if this is how air traffic works? Now, 68 Mike November's on the way up to Homer up to 10,000 feet. You got the Hoot. The Hoot's not going to catch the King Air in front. They can climb up to 10,000 and they're good to go for Homer. This Dynasty, our departure, needs to be in a... Let's just send them out to WeWo. We can close out these pictures because we got these guys airborne. We need to line up another 1-4 departure. I don't know if we got time to get them out in front of Cathay. Do we have any 7 left departures? We do. All right. Let's clear this guy up to 4, line him up to wait. He'll be next. We're going to have to skip that horizon for now. That horizon's not in a good slot. Delta 1419, we need to get you onto Runway. Alaska 065's direct to Big Lake. Our UPS is lined up for 7 left with our Dynasty now rolling. Our UPS is good to go out to Noen. C, Noen, direct, cleared for takeoff, and we'll also climb you up to 20,000 feet. You're good to go. We don't need to bother you no more. Now, this Dynasty should be well away from that hoot by now. This Dynasty 5178 can now climb up to 20,000 feet and can also send himself to Homer and top that Hoot 689, who's going to resume a normal rate of climb. And they've got some lateral separation there. They can go parallel. This Hoot 689, I'm just going to app-wreck him stopping at 6,000 with center. We'll just let center keep that guy lower. I'm going to app-wreck this guy stopping at 8,000 as well. So this time, you know what? Fuck it. This Dynasty 220 heading. Let's just fucking commit. Just don't let me forget about Dynasty, boys. I will forget about Dynasty. Now, normally this UPS 062 would be departing into a mountain, but luckily I don't have mountains today in the forecast, so we're just going to let UPS send it direct all the way out to Noen and get them out of the way faster. Center's good to go with these guys being at lower altitudes. And this Dynasty, honestly, I'm just going to fucking expect. I'm so fucking tired of looking at this Dynasty. I am going to forget about them. All right. We've got our new business coming in from the southeast, separated by 5,000, 6,000, good to go. And Delta 1419 is cleared to intercept runway 14 localizer. No. There we go. Clear to intercept 14. Perfect. And IVAL. I don't know what are you talking about? IKO? All right. Dynasty 5178. All right. Here's what we're going to do. Homer via right turn, climb up to 20,000 feet normally. Boom. Dynasty's going to make a big right 360, get on top of that Hoot, get on top of that King Air, and then get out to Homer so I could stop fucking looking at him. This Alaska's coming down to 2,000 feet, and we'll send you to Hobbs now. I like that. UPS 2067, let's get you out towards Tyonik, and let's drop your speed to 210 on your way in. Ace Air coming in from the northwest. We could drop them on down to 3 and then send them out to Big Lake. We do have an opposite direction thing, but they're like 50 miles apart. I don't think I'm going to forget about it for that long. Now, Homer 8,000, Homer 6,000. We're good to go. Vertical separation achieved. Dynasty Homer 20,000. He's making the big right turn. He's good to go. 14 departure is now ready to rock. 4,000 lineup and wait for 14. UPS 062 is already off the deck. We can close out that business and show this guy on the runway. It's going to be a -8 in front of this Delta 1419. I think we're all caught up. Delta is landing, Alaska 250 heading, and we'll go ahead and bring your speed back to a more manageable 210. No, this is just atc-sim.com. atc-sim.com. Super simple. No software, no downloads, no plugins. You just start typing. Dynasty's clearly on top of 6-8 Mike November now. Raven Flight, I wish I could give people headings to depart fixes with. That would be so much easier. Now this Horizon is on the runway in front of that Delta jet. He's got to go. Take off. Horizon's got to punch it in front of Delta 1419 right now. We got Everett's coming in from the northeast. We'll drop him down to 3 and clear him on into Big Lake. At 160 knots, I'm not worried about that guy for a while. We got 3 good exits happening down south. Raven Flight 947. We're just going to leave him at 330 heading now. Our departure should be stopping at 4. This guy is a right turnout for Big Lake, coming off the deck, stopping at 4, going underneath Raven Flight, who will stay up at 5 until Horizon's underneath. So this guy's actually going to be a right turn 030 to diverge away from the 330 on Raven Flight 947 in the radar. Downwind, Delta 1419 in trail of Horizon is arriving, which allows me to now line up a 7 left Eva, line up and wait for a heavy 747 needs to go out east to Noen. That'll be another easy one to get out. Where are the military planes? No Elmendorf in here. Normally I'd have a shitload of F-22s and stuff like that flying around as well. Alaska 065 is ready for a 180 heading and a speed reduction to 190. Getting ready to land. Here comes Horizon, stopping at 4,000 to go underneath Raven Flight via a right turnout where Horizon will try to get out to Big Lake. We're going to leave his picture open until we get him settled for Big Lake. This Hoot 689, we can go ahead and Climb him up to 10,000 on his way out the door. Center will be happy about that. You're welcome, Center. Delta 1419 is rolling out with the 7 left occupied by Eva 695, who is holding. Horizon stopping underneath Raven Flight at 4,000, continuing the right turn 030 to pass and diverge. Alaska 065, landing runway 14, cleared to intercept. Eva 065. Who's Eva 065? He's my departure on the runway waiting to go. He is Eva 695 heavy. He's cleared at 20,000 feet and ready to cleared to no wind and ready to go. Let's go ahead and punch Eva 695 out of here. Our horizon just needs to get divergence from Raven Flight 947. And then Raven Flight can descend and horizon can climb. Everett's 098 can head on down to Lanray. UPS 067 Heavy is coming up on Tyonic. Eva 695 rolling off a 7 left is looking good. He's already cleared direct. We can load up another 7 right departure, clearing up to 4,000 feet. Line up and wait on a Boeing 737. Needs to go out westbound for Everts. I'm back and lurking. What's up, Bespoke Parasite? Alaska 065 on a good final for runway 14. And Horizon is now ready to go to Big Lake with his conflict being settled, and we're also going to clear him up to 20,000 feet and get him on his way. This Raven Flight can start their little descent down to 3,000. That Horizon safely away from him, and that Yukon should be good to go to Everts via a right turn, climbing up to 20,000 feet and cleared for takeoff in trail of Eva 695 Heavy. Alaska on final for runway 14 is looking good to go, looking nice and strong. This business is settled. This business is settled. We need new business on 7 right, clearing to 4,000 feet for lineup and wait on a Grand Caravan. The Alaska now on short final for runway 14, Yukon rolling in front. Horizon is now direct to the destination Big Lake and is good to go. No wind, Big Lake, Everts. 7 right to Frida. That is our departure coming off. We're actually going to give him a 180 off the deck before he goes, but we need to wait for the departure in front of him. UPS, we'll give you a 270 drive now. Same with Raven Flight 87 now that you're in my airspace. That Conoco, I'd like to APREC him direct to Ank 18 at 4,000 is just fine with me. Acer 035, I'd like to get him direct to Laundry and go ahead and expedite that guy's arrival if I can. Everett, you're good to go to intercept runway 14 if you can do it. Everett, how do you feel about runway 14, buddy? Come on, man. Let's get on down to 2,000. I'm taking a written test soon. Man loves his job, dude. Working from home. Hell yeah. What up, Mick Slash? Good to see you, dude. Hold on. Wait, I got a little bit on Commander Mick Slash. He's another simulation streamer that flies. Raven Flight 947, what were we doing with him? Oh, yeah. We need to clear him. He is not a departure. He needs to go behind this Everett's 098. Everett's 098 is landing. Bro, what is with flight heading at 180 on this guy? And then land 14. Dude, this Everett's does... Is he not an arrival, dude? Everett's, where are you? You are an arrival. You're a DC-6 arrival. Can you land runway 14, bro? Am I typing it in wrong? There. Okay. He just took it. Nice. All right. 120 on this Raven Flight. Bring the speed back to 150. Our Hoot is ready to go. Our Hoot is a right turnout 090, climbing up to 4,000, ready to punch. Oh my God, Raven Flight. Slow down, dude. Turn left a little bit. Everett's fly heading a 180 and intercept, man. Come on, dude. Can you work with me a little bit? Raven Flight, can you work with me a little bit? Slow the fuck down, Raven Flight. There. When I need... That's the thing about Raven Flights. If you need them to go slow, they can go slow. All right, perfect. Raven Flight, we got all this settled. We should be good on final here. Our new business off 7 right is rolling out to Frida. We're going to leave that open until we get it settled. And this guy is clearing to 4,000, lining up to wait. No planes declaring an emergency in this sim. That'd be cool if they did. Conoco 252, let's bring your speed back to a more manageable 210, and that's it. That's fine. Just a 210. All right, let's make sure all of our departures are leaving. Big Lake to 20,000 feet looks good. Eva 695 is leaving out to 20,000 feet for no wind. Yukon's heading out to Everts at 20,000 feet. Good. Our Frida boy. is up in the air. Let's give him Frida via right turnout. Frida via right turnout, and let's climb him up to 10,000 feet. He doesn't have any traffic above. We got a 7 right departure for Homer, and he's lined up to wait. Everett's on final, Raven Flight on final. They're looking really good there. Nice spacing on final there. This UPS 330 heading now. This Raven Flight 280 heading now. This Conoco, just continue northeast bound. Boop, 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 boop. What are we doing now? Yukon's on the way out. We're looking good. This conflict has been settled. This departure is ready to rock out to Homer. Homer via right turnout cleared for takeoff, and we can climb you up to 10,000 because you are settled and good. 7 right, cleared to 4,000. Line up and wait for 747. Needs northwest bound to Frida. We'll figure out a slot to get him out here shortly. Now, UPS 067, we're going to bring them on down to 5,000. We're also going to issue a 360 heading now. We got a lot of new business coming in from the east. We're going to start app-breaking some big lakes and altitudes. Just getting some of these guys, like, sort of filtered into the airspace in a manageable way. How many runways does the airport have? 3 runways with 6 directions. 2 directions per runway. All right, Everett's and Ravenflight are on final for 1-4. Our 7 right guys sitting and waiting for the Empire in front of him, who's in the left or in the right turnout for Homer at 10,000 feet. All closed up, all closed up, all closed up. We're looking really good here. We're looking nice and strong. We're well ahead of the game. No violations. How long have we made it now? If it's been like 30 minutes, we only have like an hour and a half to go until our break gets here. Delta 1352 is ready to wait for 7 right, but we've already got somebody waiting. They were waiting for the Empire in front of them. The Empire in front of them was going to Homer, and this guy's going to Frida. How about a left turn 360 cleared for takeoff? We'll get you in like a Connect 2 departure, start getting you out of here. And then we can get you out to Frida. That should be easy enough. Now this UPS is across the departure corridor, bringing them down to 3. This Conoco is across the departure corridor, bringing them down to 3. This AC035 kicking them out on a 090 heading. And this UPS, we're going to tighten them up on a 030. And this Conoco, we're going to kick them out on a 10 heading. All right, 330 heading for the Ravenflight 8070 so they can begin crossing the departure corridor. We've got Empire in the right turn is settled traffic. Hoot is settled traffic. Not quite. We do have a bit of a separation violation getting ready to occur here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to top that, no problem. So we're going to call that business closed. We can call Nippon Cargo. I think you could just go direct Frida and we can forget about you. I think you're good. Let's climb you up to 20,000 and then let's close you out. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to top everybody. UPS on a 90 drive. Let's start bringing them in. Conoco, bring back speed 190. Ace Air, come in 120 drive. Let's start tightening you up. This Nippon Cargo 133 is on the way out. We can line up now new business for 7 right. Boeing 737 needs to also go out to Frida. The Nippon Cargo just departed ahead of him. He's looking good to go. We're also going to issue him a 360 via left turn and cleared for takeoff up to 4,000. Caution wing turbulence. Departing behind Heavy 747. UPS 2067 Heavy is going to be landing runway 14, cleared to intercept. Ace Air is going to be on a 100 heading and then land runway 14, cleared to intercept. Conoco is going to bring back speed 170 and a right turn heading 060. We will be clearing them to intercept. This Raven flight needs to go out to Big Lake and come on down to 3,000. And we've got a UPS running up behind them. We're going to leave them up at 5,000. We'll be all right there. The Delta is rolling now in the left turn to 360. Our Nippon Cargo looks like he's going to top everybody pretty well on to final here. I'm kind of worried about this, but I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. This Ace Air, drop them on down to 2 and land them on 14. This Conoco, drop them on down to 2. And speed back 150 if able. Hell yeah, Conoco. I fucking love Conoco, bro. Nippon Cargo's good to go. Frida closing out that traffic. Delta should be another good climber, but we're going to give him some time. 7 left, let's clear you up to 4,000 and line you up to wait for 737 on 7 left, needs northbound for Big Lake. We'll be able to depart them here pretty shortly. Nippon Cargo's topping everybody pretty good now. Conoco up 352 on a right turn heading 090, then cleared to intercept the runway 14 localizer track inbound. Delta is now Delta is good to go to Frida, which should be the destination. We could close out that traffic and show them climbing up to 20,000 feet. This 7 left departure and a left turnout for 360 heading. Actually, we can just go ahead and go direct to Big Lake via a left turnout and cleared to 20,000 feet, cleared for takeoff. You're good to go off 7 left. Everybody's pretty much getting out on time, bro. There's no delays. Nobody's mad at me. Bro, one time I was on my break and I saw somebody complaining about delays on Reddit at my airport, and I was on break and I saw the fucking comment and I like responded to it. I'm like, sorry, bro, I'm doing the best I can. And like people were like, oh shit, are you actually controlling the planes? And I was like, well, not right this second. I'm on break, but I'm about to be again. Doing my best, man. They're like, oh, it's good. Keep up the good work. Conoco, where are you going, dude? 120 heading on Conoco. What the fuck happened to Conoco? Oh, he hit Anchorage 18. Let's clear him out to Laundry. I let him go past his fix. Whoopsie. Yukon 035 out to Big Lake is good to go. That UPS 067 went around? The fuck? Oh, why? Why? What happened? Okay, we lost it, boys. We just lost it. 11 landings, 20 handoffs, 1 missed approach. Why did he miss his approach? So the UPS here was on the final. I think he was too high, too fast. Well, he went around and he got within 3 miles of our departing traffic. He got within 3 miles of our departing traffic for 19 seconds. And that is a loss. Good game. We'll try again next time.